Florida Ceiling Carpet One, we're having a manufacturer's overstock flooring sale. Due to manufacturer's surplus, you can save big on the season's best flooring styles. We have carpet starting at 89 cents, laminate for 99, hardwood for $1.99, and vinyl flooring just $2.29 per square foot. And best of all, qualified buyers pay no interest for 4 full years. Plus, all carpet and vinyl remnants are 40% off. Hurry, this manufacturer's overstock flooring sale ends October 31st at Florida Ceiling Carpet One.
Many people in the southwestern North Dakota area have found their way to good health with the applications, treatments, and services of Peters Chiropractic Health Service. You'll want to rely on the doctor of chiropractic, Tim Peters, and his staff if you're having problems with headaches, neck, arm, low back, and leg pain, joint pain, worker sports injuries. Peters Chiropractic also specializes in acupuncture. Peters Chiropractic, a firm that brings you continuing coverage of local community events along with Dickinson State and high school sports on KDIX. It is conveniently located at 562 12th Street in Dickinson. You can call them at 483-1104, 483-1104.
We are at halftime. Dickinson State University trailing South Dakota Mines 14-3. Rod Klein and Jim Dahl. In about 5 minutes, we'll be back with that game. Right now, we're going to take a look at your latest weather forecast for Dickinson and southwest North Dakota. Mostly clear, lows around 40 tonight, south winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Then for your Sunday, a nice day on store. Mostly sunny, highs in the upper 60s, west winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Sunday night, increasing clouds, lows in the middle 30s, northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Then for Monday, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of rain in the afternoon, cooler, highs in the upper 40s, north winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, shifting to the northwest in the afternoon. Then for Monday night, cloudy, chance of rain in the evening, then a chance of rain and snow after midnight. Lows in the lower 30s, east winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, chance of precipitation 50%. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, chance of rain and snow in the morning, then a chance of rain in the afternoon. Highs will be in the lower 40s, chance of precipitation 30%. Then for Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of rain and snow. Lows in the upper 20s, and then Wednesday and Wednesday night, partly cloudy, highs in the middle 40s, lows around 30 degrees. Currently in Dickinson, we have partly cloudy skies and some sunshine peeking through out there, and the barometer's holding at 30.02 with 28% humidity. Temperature at the KDIX radio studio in downtown Dickinson right now, 68 degrees. Now we'll go back to Rod and Jim in about 3 minutes.
At ESP Computers and Software, your greatest asset is their full-service department. Service and problem-solving for all computers, printers, and scanners. ESP Computers speaks your language, providing simple solutions and peace of mind with service after the sale. Located downtown Dickinson. For your menu of services on the web, it's www.goesp.com or phone 225-6884. That's 225-6884.
KDIX. Clinic Pharmacy is now in its 30th year, serving you, their valued customers. Deb Greenwood and the Clinic Pharmacy staff strive to give you the best one-on-one service possible, including over-the-counter drug counseling, record-keeping, house calls, home delivery, and mail-out service. Clinic Pharmacy in the Dickinson Clinic building accepts most insurance cards, including Medicare Community Care RX program. Call 483-4401, 483-4401. Clinic hours are 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 8:30 to 5:30 Friday, and 9 to noon on Saturday. That's Clinic Pharmacy.
And great news, they're ready to play football. It's nice outside. We got to play, Rod. We can't wait for anything. I got the quick scores, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Minot is up on Black Hills 28-9 in the fourth quarter. And it is Valley City leading Dakota State 24-0 in the fourth quarter. And also in the fourth quarter, Jamestown big over Mayville 52-21.
All right, thank you. Kickoff coming down. It's going to bounce around. It's fielded by Williams at the 5. He's back across the 15, the 20, out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line, about a return of about 20 yards for Williams, and that's where Dickinson State, they put up the time on the clock. Both teams were out with about 7 minutes to go, so they didn't waste any time, and they got going right away. 23 is where they spotted, and that's where the Blue Hawks will go to work. Interesting to see now, Jim, what the Hawks come out offensively. As you mentioned, kind of flat and stale in the first half. We'll see what happens there in the second half.
Well, that first drive, they had a good drive going, got stalled inside the 10 and ended up with a field goal, but since then, they haven't been able to do much, maybe a couple of first downs, and that's about it.
First down and 10. Holland underneath center. Gross out wide. Right up the middle. They go to Macy. Macy breaks the tackle. He's out across the 30 to near the 35. Pickup of 13 on the play for James Macy. And that'll bring up a first down for Dickinson State. Their 7th first down of the football game.
Well, that's a good start. You just take that little play off the left tackle, and Macy found a little bit of room and got a first down with a gain of about 12.
So not a lot of rushing by either team's. Mine's just 4 yards rushing. The Hawks just 59 in the first half. But pick up 13 on that play out to the 33-yard line in their own territory. Right back to Macy they go again straight ahead, and Macy dives out across the 35 out to near the 40. Let's give him a pickup of 6 on the play, and it will bring up a second down, and we'll call it second and about 4 for the Blue Hawks at about the 40-yard line in their own territory.
Well, when you struggle, you go back to your bread and butter, and that's what Dickinson State's doing, going right to their tailback between the tackles. A couple of nice gains on first down on their first 2 plays of the second half.
Berg goes wide far side with Clint Gross. Near side, Pauly stays in tight. Lambert and Macy in the backfield. Underneath center, Holland, quick pitch. They go Macy, short side of the field, turns upfield. He's hit after a pickup of about a yard on the play. 39, they say, was the line of scrimmage, and he got out to about the 40, 41-yard line. We'll give Macy a pickup. They have to get to the 44. We'll give Macy a pickup of a yard on the play. So to bring up a third down situation for Dickinson State. 3rd down and 3 for the Blue Hawks at their own 41-yard line. And I guess there's not a lot of plays left, but this may be a big play, Jim, early in the second half for the Hawks on 3rd and short at their own 41.
Well, if you can come out and get some momentum to start the third quarter, that'll help a lot towards the getting back into this ball game.
They fake it to Macy. Holland rolls out to his right, looking out in the flat, going for his receiver. He comes up with the catch. Is that Berg over there?
Nope, Hepperly.
Okay, Hepperly comes up with it. I think he got enough for a first down. They needed 3. They spot it where? At the 44-yard line? Are they going to measure, or are they going to just go with it? Let's wait and see. We'll give them a pickup of 3 on the reception.
Well, they're going to measure it.
Okay. It looked like he was beyond the chain, but again, it's way over on the other sideline, so we just have to kind of guesstimate from up here on the east or west side, and they'll pull it tight, and it's going to be inches. He did not get it, so let's see what the Blue Hawks do. So pickup of 3. Now what do you do, Jimmy? You punt the ball away?
Well, they're bringing the punting unit out on the field, so looks like that's what they'll do. But, this wouldn't be a bad place to maybe think about doing the little fake punt. You're at your own 45. You need something good to happen.
So the Hard Rockers force Dickinson State to punt. Boy, I thought Hepperly had it, but they say, nope, just a little bit short. So that'll bring up a punting situation. Russell back to do the punting for Dickinson State University.
Well, you got to remember that 2 of the up guys in that formation are Velasquez, the backup quarterback, and also Hepperly, the starting fullback.
And they're going to go, though, with the long snap. They're going to get it to Russell, and he's going to punt it away, puts it down inside the 30, bounces down to about the 22-yard line, going to be fielded back there and drop. Good coverage downfield by the Blue Hawks down in the coverage. Let's see, was down there for Dickinson State, number 46 for the Blue Hawks, and that is Tyler Schmidt-Kuntz out of Bismarck High. So South Dakota Mines, Hawks looked like they had a little momentum going, but Mines stops the Hawks. They'll take over with 12:40 left to go, third quarter, leading 14-3, and they'll take over at their own 26-yard line. And the Blue Hawks set defensively up front. Forrester, Walker, and Steiner right now on that defensive line. Russell out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back to pass. He's looking, goes downfield, underthrows the intended receiver that time, trying to get it out there to Marshall Davis, but underthrew him. Good pressure by the Blue Hawks, and it goes incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 situation for South Dakota Mines.
And that time, South Dakota Mines had the 2 receivers crossing. Davis was coming from the right side. Belstein from the left side. It threw it right between the 2 receivers. Incomplete. Now 2nd down and 10.
11 of 18, 142 yards to 1 touchdown. No interceptions for Russell. He goes out of the shotgun again. Again, he sets that offensive unit. There's the snap. He drops back again. They try and run that little screen to Dale. Dale tries to break a tackle. Gets across the 30-yard line out to about the 31. Just a quick little slant in. And let's see where they spot him at. They have to get to the 36, 37 for a first down, and he gets to about the 32. So we'll call that a 6-yard reception, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 for South Dakota Mines. 3rd down and 4 for Mines at their own 32-yard line.
And now, just like Dickinson State had a big 3rd down offensively, South Dakota Mines with a big 3rd down offensively as well.
Russell looking. He's got some pressure. Here comes the blitz, and the pass is going to be incomplete. And Kaiser was coming on the blitz. They tried to get it out there to Belstein, who's had a big day catching the ball. He had it in his hands right about the line of scrimmage, which was a 32, but couldn't hold on to it. It goes incomplete. So South Dakota Mines, 3 and out, will punt the football right back to Dickinson State.
So a good job defensively by Dickinson State to get the 3 and out and get the football right back.
So the Blue Hawks will get the ball back, trailing 14-3. Here's the punt, high end over end punt. Leak is going to field it at about the 25. Cuts back to the outside, hit at the 27, and dropped at the 27. On a 3-yard return. Good coverage downfield that time down there. Number 15 for South Dakota Mine, Trevor Roberts in on the tackle. And Dickinson State will take over 1st and 10, and they'll take over at their own 20, let's call it 26 now they call it, 26-yard line, with 11 minutes and 50 seconds, or 11:48 remaining to play here in the third quarter. South Dakota Mines leading it by a score of 14-3 over Dickinson State. Hawks on the sideline. Hank Bijou down there. They'll break the huddle on the sideline, go right to the line of scrimmage. So Dickinson State with Macy and Hepperly in the backfield. Hepperly your fullback, Macy your tailback, Berg and Gross your wideouts. Pauly stays in tight at the end position on the far side of the formation, the east side. Again, Holland underneath center. Fakes the handoff. He rolls. He's got some pressure. He's going to fire it downfield. He's got Berg wide open at midfield. Berg breaks the tackle. Dives inside the 50 down to about the 45-yard line. Let's see where they do spot it at. 26 out, 24 yards. And then where are they going to put it down at? Let's see. About a 27, 28-yard pass. That time to Blaine Berg, and he hauls it in a first down for Dickinson State, their 8th of the ball game.
Well, Dickinson State had 3 receivers in the right side of the formation, short, medium, and long. And Berg was the medium receiver, and he was wide open and got the catch, turned it upfield, and got about another 10 yards after the catch.
First down, number 8 for the Blue Hawks. 8 of 12, 110 yards now for Holland. There's the handoff to Macy. He's got a hole. He breaks inside the 40 of South Dakota Mines, down near the 36-yard line, and that should be a pickup on the play. Let's call it the line of scrimmage, the 47-yard line of South Dakota Mines. They put it down at the 36, 11 yards, and that, I believe, is enough for a first down for, well, it's going to be close. Well, I've been off, I guess. When you look at an angle, it looks like they're going further than they actually do. But we'll give Macy, we'll call that a 10-yard pickup for Macy, and it's going to be close to a first down for Dickinson State. So Macy on the carry, his 14th carry now for 64 yards rushing in this football game. And they'll pull the chains tight, and that's going to be about as short as it was on the third down play. But this time it's second down, so second and short for the Blue Hawks. The Hawks as a team now have rushed for 90 yards, have passed for 110. They've had pretty balanced offense, and not a lot of it here in the first half, but a little bit better performance here early in the second half. 11 minutes remaining to play in the third quarter. Mines continues to lead 14-3 over Dickinson State. Up to the line of scrimmage where Dickinson State comes Cody Holland underneath center, dropping back. He's going to look out in the flat. He's looking. He's going for Macy. Macy is down there, and he can't come up with it. He was out of bounds anyway, so the pass is incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd and inches for Dickinson State. Good play there, though. The Hawks, with that 3rd and inches, you're thinking you probably got 2 downs to get that inch or 2, and just tried to go with that little fly pattern on the weak side of the formation.
And a good job on the defensive side for South Dakota Mines as the defensive back used that sideline for another defender and just drove Macy towards that sideline.
Well, into the ball game, double tight end. Robbie York checks in. Of course, Zachman battling some injuries, so York comes in as one tight end. Pauly stays in, double tights. The lone wide receiver will be Leak. Lambert in the backfield along with Macy. Holland underneath center is going to tuck it in, breaks the tackle, turns upfield, and dives for the first down. But tell you what, he had to earn that one coming up defensively to make the hit. Number 89, Andrew Isorn on the hit, but I think he got enough for a first down.
I think he actually lost yardage on the play.
Oh, okay. You think so? All right. Well, let's see. We had a penalty, though. They're pointing towards South Dakota Mines. They'll step off the penalty, so I guess that we'll never know, Jim. There'll be a first down offsides against South Dakota Mines. So the offsides penalty gives Dickinson State the first down, their 9th first down of the football game. Keeps the drive alive and puts the ball inside the 35-yard line to the 32-yard line. So it was at the 37. I think that would have been enough. They were at the 38, and they needed just an inch to get it. So it's a first down regardless. Again, Macy straight ahead, runs into a horde of white jerseys, and the ball is going to be ruled down. The play was stopped as the ball is stripped out of there. Hard Rockers leading the charge that time as they get up off the bottom of the pile. Boy, they had a lot of guys ready for that play. Big number 30 in there. Everett Brill, who had a nice first half, was their leading tackle. And did Macy gain anything? Well, they're going to give him a yard on the play, but that's about it for James Macy, his 15th carry for 65 yards.
Well, now Dickinson State in a situation where they have to come away with some points, and preferably 6 instead of 3, as they've got it inside the 35-yard line. More than likely 4-down territory if they decide not to kick the field goal on a 4th down.
Quick pitch, they get it outside. There's a busted play. Macy's going to turn the corner, and they were trying to run that end around, and it got all clogged up, and then Macy very alertly actually turns it into a nice gain. He goes from the 31 down inside the 30 to about, well, let's see where they spot it at, about the 29-yard line. So he ends up making something out of, like, look, would be absolutely nothing on that play, about 2-yard gain, but it looked like it was going to be a big loss. So it's 3rd down and 7 for the Blue Hawks as they have the ball at the 29 of South Dakota Mines. 9:20 remaining to play in the football game's third quarter. Mines leads it 14-3. They trailed 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, but 2 second quarter touchdowns put them in the lead, and it stayed that way. Holland back to pass. All kinds of time looking across the middle. The ball is tipped, and intercepted. It was tipped a couple of times, and it's going to be picked off by South Dakota Mines. And they pick it off at the number 7, Terrell Anderson comes up with the INT. It was tipped a couple times, and Anderson got under it. They were trying to go across the middle, and it's an INT and a big turnover by the Hawks and a big play by South Dakota Mines defense.
And the initial tip was at the line of scrimmage, and then downfield, Anderson able to tip it again and then control it for the interception as the Blue Hawks turn it over for the first time. And a big defensive play for South Dakota Mines as it looked like Dickinson State was going to set themselves up for some points on the offensive side of the football.
Well, the short return, he intercepted about the 17, brought it back to the 19, but that's not the concern. Mines is just glad to have the ball back. Russell hands it off, and Dale tries to break a tackle, gets out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 19. Let's give Dale a pickup of 4 on the play to bring up a 2nd down situation. 2nd down and about 6 for South Dakota Mines on the afternoon now. Dale in the football game, 11 carries for 15 yards. Mines has rushed for just 8 yards in this football game. 2nd down and 6 at the Dickinson State 23-yard line. Shotgun, Russell drops back out of the shotgun, out in the flat, fires it out there, trying to get it to the receiver. Good play over there, a very short gain, if any. See who came up with it. Looks like Barth over there. Yes, it is. Barth out of the backfield. So Barth will pick up a yard on that, or make it 2 yards on that reception, and it will bring up 3rd down and about 3 for South Dakota Mines.
And Bodie Tobin did a nice job of making the tackle and hold Barth away from getting the first down. Brings up about a 3rd down and 3 with 8 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Underneath center, Dope out of the shotgun. Russell hands it off to Dale. Dale tries to break outside, and he's going to fight for some yardage. I think he got it up. He did get enough for first down. Broke through the initial rush. Gets out across the 30-yard line out to about the 34. So let's give him a pickup on the play of about, let's give him 7 yards on the play for Dale, and that will give South Dakota Mines their first down in the second half, their 10th of the ball game, but more importantly, keeps the drive going on the 8-yard pickup for Dale, his 12th carry now for 23 yards.
A good individual effort that time by Dale, as it looked like he was going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He was able to break free and get the first down.
To go out in the flat, intending to pass out there. Is it going to be hauled in? Yep, they say it's a catch right in front of the defender at the 39-yard line, a pickup of about 5 on the play. Trying to see if that was number 9 that hauled it in or not. Yep, and Davis hauls it in. He'll go for 5 yards on the play. 14 of 22 now, 155 yards passing for Russell in the ball game. 2nd down and 5 for Mines at their own 39, leading 14-3 midway through the third quarter. Well, we've got flags down. Dickinson State offside. Jamie Dale breaks the tackle. Still on his feet, gets to the corner. He's at the 45, down to the 43-yard line. But Dickinson State was offside, but Mines will erase that. They'll take the gain, and that was a nice run by Dale as he looked like he was going to be stacked up, bounced to the outside. Nobody got after him, and he turns it from the 40 into a pickup of about, let's see, 45, 15, 17 yards on the play for Dale. 17-yard pickup for Dale, his 13th carry now for 40 yards. And all of a sudden, Mines beginning to move the football again against Dickinson State. And that big offensive line, give them credit, doing a good job with 7 minutes remaining. That's their 11th first down of the football game. 14-3, our score remains the same. The Hawks set defensively. Russell out of the shotgun. Barth and Dale in the backfield beside him. Back to pass. Looks out in the flat. Ball nearly tipped away, and now it's going to be caught on the far sideline and tackled after about another 5-yard pickup. They just swung it out of the backfield to Barth again, so Barth will go for 6 yards, let's call it, on that reception. Bring up a 2nd down and about 4 for South Dakota Mines.
And Dickinson State running in some fresh players is checking out of the ball game is number 58, and that would be coming out of the ball game is Gerald Hafner.
2nd down. There's the handoff. Trying to get to the outside and hit right at the line. This might have been a face mask on the tackle. Let's wait and see. It's been that kind of day for the Blue Hawks. Very little gain. They needed about 3. Nope, it's going to be a hold against mine. Jamie Siegel in on the tackle, I think, that time for Dickinson State. Holding penalty. Let's pick it up here with 6:16 remaining to play. Holding against Mines. Flag down. Flag at the 35-yard line. So they'll push it back to, let's see, back to the 45. So Mines on the hold, and the ball will go back. Trips to the near side for Mines now. Barth stays the lone running back. No tight end, so they'll go with trips to the near side. Barth in the fullback position or running back position right beside Russell. As the snap coming to Russell out of the shotgun. He's looking, flags down again. I think we had some movement out there trying to get that screen set up on the left side. They get it out on the flat that time. And let's see who was on the reception. Number 17, I do believe, Tristo. Did another flag come down over there, Jim? Okay.
Yeah, it's right here on the near sideline.
Okay, I thought I saw one over by the tackle, too. Pickup goes from the 44 to about the, let's see where they spot it down at. I think the quarterback actually moved before the snap. That's what I saw. He was moving a little bit to the side, so probably a legal procedure. The ball at the 37-yard line, so that was a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Offside, number 47 on the defense.
Okay.
That 5-yard penalty is accepted. We'll replay 2nd down.
Okay, we'll replay it. So offsides, Dickinson State. I thought it was movement, but they say offside. So 2nd down and about 7 now for Mines at the Dickinson State 39-yard line, leading 14-3. Out of the shotgun again, Russell. Twin receivers both ways. Blank backfield. Russell back to pass. He's got some time out in the flat, and it's going to be intercepted. Russell picks it off. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, a 70-yard pass pickoff by Sean Russell, and he returns it for 70 yards, and the TD, no flags down. And the Blue Hawks defense comes up with a big play, pick it off and return it 70 yards for the touchdown down the far sideline.
And Sean Russell was the guy that had the miss on the long pass play that set up South Dakota Mines' first touchdown when he eventually came up with the tackle at the 1-yard line, and this time he redeemed himself, just jumped the route, got in front of the receiver, picked it up, and there was nothing but green and eventually blue in front of him, and he got into the blue, and that was a touchdown for Dickinson State to make it 14-9 with 5:43 remaining. A good play by Sean Russell, the defensive back for Dickinson State.
Boy, he played it perfectly, and he went untouched down the far sideline right in front of the South Dakota Mines bench. So Dickinson State looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Okay, well, they are. Holland back to throw the football, looking in the end zone. He's going down there. It's going to be batted around. It's going to go incomplete. I'm kind of surprised the Hawks went for 2 on that, so the 2-point conversion is not good. And Dickinson State, what do we got? Flags down across. I think South Dakota Mines actually had a player come in late, and it was not into the defensive side when the ball was snapped, so that'll be too many men on the field, I do believe. So
either that or an offside penalty because he was coming onto the field. He may have still been on the Dickinson State side of the field.
Well, let's see. That sound effect in the background is workers working. They continue to work here on the Path Activity Center.
I went and took a tour of the building.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Number 50 on the defense. That penalty's half the distance to the goal. We'll retry.
Okay, so they'll get a fresh shot at it. Too many men on the field. So Dickinson State again going to go for the 2-point conversion. Berg checks in. They were looking for Pauly in the end zone last time, and the ball just, both guys got a hand on it, and then it just fell to the ground. Macy in the backfield. Put Berg in motion. Holland, long count, underneath center, fakes the handoff. rolls out, looks in the end zone.
Pauly open.
He dives into the end zone. Nope, he didn't get in, so the conversion is not good.
He had Pauly wide open in the back of the end zone. If he'd have been looking, he had one receiver short. I believe that was Steiner. The other tight end was in the front of the end zone, and Pauly was dragging across the back of the end zone, and Pauly was open. But Holland decided he was going to try and take it in himself. It came up about a yard shy.
So no good on the two-point conversion, 14-9, 5 minutes. And I don't know why the clock ran on the two-point conversion, but it should not have ran. It was 5:45 on the score. Now it's down to 5:38. And Dickinson State trails 14-9. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the Hawks kickoff.
Since 1983, they've been working in the community and around the region. They're the door experts at Midwest Doors in East Dickinson. Only a call away to solve all of your door problems. They're here today and tomorrow to service and sell high-quality Midland overhead doors and LiftMaster garage door openers. Smooth, quiet, and more powerful than other chain drive models, LiftMaster openers provide superior opening and closing of your doors. Whether you need repair of an old door or a new door or a LiftMaster garage door opener, call 483-DOOR for Midwest Doors.
Well, Sean Russell's a 70-yard interception return makes it 14-9. The two-point conversion not good. Stays that way with 5:40. I still can't figure out why the heck the clock ran on the extra point. They scored with 5:45, and after the extra point, it's down to 5:38. Dale on the return will try and break to the outside. Gets across the kick bound to about the 15. He gets across the 30, out to about the 35. So they will go to work 1st and 10. Let's see officially where they put the ball down. Right at about the 30. Well, now they say the 42. That doesn't look like the 42 to me. Doesn't look like the 41 to me. It looks like about the... Am I blind, Jim, or is it the 35?
No, I think it's the 36.
Okay, we're going to call it the 36. First down and 10 at the 36. There we go, 36-yard line. Russell hands it off. Dale to the outside is hit and dropped at about the 38-yard line. Good pursuit again by Dickinson State on the defensive side. A lot of black jerseys or blue jerseys over there. Nick Nicastro, one of them over there. We'll give him the credit for the tackle. Give Dale a pickup on the play of about 3 yards. And they'll call it 2nd down and 7 for Mines at their own 39-yard line, 14-9 for Dale. His 14th carry for 43 yards. And for Mines, they have rushed for a total of 36 yards, just 36 in this football game. Again, Russell out of the shotgun. Fakes to Dale, looking downfield, now looking back across the middle, going back there, and the pass is going to be hauled in. Yes, it is. The defensive back got turned inside out that time. Is that back in the coverage is Sean Russell, and it's down to the 35-yard line. He rolled to the near side, looked back to the far side, and that little slant-in route by Tony Ostheimer is successful, and it goes from the 40-yard line, and it goes all the way down to the Dickinson State 25-yard line. So that's a 35-yard pass completion for South Dakota Mines. Another first down for the Hard Rockers. That will be first down number 12, and they're in good field position now with 4:45 left to play, leading 14-9 here in the third quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go with that play that you call the Wildcat, and they just snap it back to the guy back there, not the quarterback, the running back, Davis, and Davis picks up about 8 on the play, and it will bring up a 2nd down and about 2 for Mines at the 17-yard line of Dickinson State.
Well, now for your Dickinson State, you have to come up with the stop and try and hold them to a field goal to keep this a one score difference, because South Dakota Mines right now is taking the momentum right back after Dickinson State with the offensive or with the defensive touchdown.
Straight ahead on the play. Let's see where they stack it. I think it's enough for first down yardage. Got inside the 15. Call it a pickup on the play of 3. Tobin in on the tackle, but it is enough for a first down. I'm not sure, was Dale on the carry that time, or was that number 9 again, Jim? Davis?
No, I think it was Dale.
Dale on.
But now Davis is in that Wildcat.
Okay, Davis in the Wildcat. Twin receivers both ways. Davis is just going to run to the near side, cuts outside, breaks the tackle. There comes a flag down. That's going to be a hold. You can pretty clearly see that over there. There was number 74 over there and number 11 over there trying to block, and both had blue jerseys in their hands, and the 2 flags came out right away. The flag's back at about the original line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line. So it'll bring up a penalty, and they'll step it back to about the 24. So still first down. First down and back to the 24, so first down and 20 now for Hard Rockers.
Well, Williamson got called for the hold for South Dakota Mines. He got his money's worth because he just tackled the defender that time, and Mike Kaiser.
So bring up first and 20 for Mines back at the 24-yard line. 3:35 left to go, third quarter, 14-9. Russell out of the shotgun, swings it out of the backfield. He's trying to go to Dale. Dale breaks one tackle, slides inside the 20, and finally run out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So they'll pick up about 9 on that play. Kaiser over there to run him out of bounds. So Dale, little swing pass out of the backfield, 17 of 26 now in the football game for 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception for Russell, and it'll bring up a second down and let's call it 10 for South Dakota Mines at the 14-yard line. 3:20, the clock stops. Now again back in there, Marshall Davis out of the Wildcat. And he's going to just run to that right side. They like to run that way with him. He gets about maybe 2 at the line of scrimmage, maybe 3 on the play. It's about the 11-yard line from the 14. So that'll be a pickup on the play for Marshall Davis of 3 yards. Well, let's make it 4 yards. A 4-yard pickup for Marshall Davis. Bring up a third down and 6 for South Dakota Mines. 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining to play. Third quarter, Mines 14, Dickinson State 9. And again, Davis stays in out of the wild. Nope, Russell in now. He's working out of the shotgun. He's looking in the end zone, looking across the middle. Going for the receiver. It's going to go incomplete. Good coverage down there that time by Dickinson State's number 8, Devon Washington. And, of course, the pass a little bit behind the receiver, so it goes incomplete. And it'll bring up a field goal attempt here for South Dakota Mines. But now, Mines with a 5-point lead. Field goal would give them an 8-point lead.
And that's one of the things that you wonder about that 2-point conversion, because now if they are successful on this, you're going to have to get the 2-point conversion if you score another touchdown just to tie.
27-yard attempt up and coming here for the place kicker. And, of course, the place kicker, Jeldon, he will try it. Right hash mark. Here comes the kick. They're going to fake it. They're looking. They're throwing it out on the flat. It's incomplete. Oh, no, it's complete, but not enough for a first down. So they tried the fake, which is kind of a strange play also. They throw it out on the flat to Marshall Davis. They pick up 3 on the play on the pass completion, but not enough for a first down. So it goes for 3, and South Dakota Mines will give the ball back to Dickinson State. I don't know. I guess a little gamble there by Dan Kratzer. I guess when you've lost Dickinson State, I think it's like about 20 years in a row. I guess you're going to try some things, and they tried it there, completed it, but not enough for a first down. So they give up maybe a sure 3 and give the Blue Hawks the football back with 2:37 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Hawks down by 5, 14-9.
But I think the thinking of South Dakota Mines is even if you don't get the first down, you're going to put Dickinson State in a big hole.
And Macy goes straight ahead from the 6 to the 9-yard line. A pickup of 3, but I guess I always think it's more important to get the points than putting them in a hole, and they didn't take the points. They tried to put them in a hole and did, but the Hawks kept them off the scoreboard. So it brings up a second down and 7 as Macy carries it for 3 yards. Macy 16 carries now for 70 yards in the football game. The Hawks approaching 100 yards rushing, 96 in this football game.
Well, with South Dakota Mines, I guess, with 2 losses in the conference right now, you're just trying to have a say in the conference, not necessarily that you're going to win it. And you're going to try and do some things to try and put Dickinson State into a tough situation.
Long count by Holland. Straight ahead, they go to Macy, and he gets out across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 2 more for Macy, so a 2-yard pickup on his 17th carry of the afternoon. It'll bring up third down, and let's call it 3rd and 5 for the Blue Hawks at the South Dakota Mines 11-yard line. Let's see what the Hawks do here. Clint Gross in with the play for Cody Holland. 14-9, South Dakota Mines leading over Dickinson State. Of course, Minot State had a big lead over Black Hills. Valley City, big lead over Dakota State, and Jamestown, a big lead over Mayville. And all the other conference games, they've been decided already. Holland dropping straight back. He's got some pressure now. He's got some time. He's going out in the flat. He's got his receiver over there. Going to have a holding penalty. I think a defensive hold might not be pass interference, but the defensive back kind of grabbed onto Berg as he tried to come to the corner. And like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to call it holding or going to call it pass interference. Let's wait and see.
Well, either way, it'll be a first down for Dickinson State.
Berg on a nice route, and he was open out there, but he was held up. They're getting a little bit from the South Dakota Mines sideline, but they'll step off 15, so pass interference, and that will give the Hawks a first down in the football game for Dickinson State.
Number 5 on the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty.
for the Blue Hawks.
First down.
10th first down of the football game, so it keeps the drive alive. Thank you, Jim. Coming out wide to the near side, Pearson, far side, Berg. Again, Lambert and Macy in the backfield. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the 26. Back to passes, Holland. Looking downfield, going for Berg. Berg's back there. He's got it out at midfield or at the 49-yard line of South Dakota Mines. So that'll be a pickup on the play of 23 yards as Holland lays it out there, and Berg goes up and gets it on a 23-yard pass play.
And that's the confidence that Cody Holland has in Berg, is that he knows that if he can get it up into a catchable area, Berg's got the good hands to get it. And that time, just threw it up, got it over the defender. Berg went up and made a nice catch.
11th first down for the Blue Hawks. Straight ahead, they go to Macy. He fights to midfield, and that's it. And he'll pick up a yard. Well, let's make it 2 on the play for James Macy. So a 2-yard pickup for Macy. His 18th carry for 74 yards. By the way, Holland now has thrown the ball again. He threw it well last week and again today. 9 of 15, 135 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception here. Both have come in the third quarter. 35 seconds left to go. This could well be the final play of the third quarter. 2nd down and 9 for the Blue Hawks at midfield. They fake it to Macy. Dropping back is Holland. He's got some time. He scrambles. Now he looks, and now he's going to run with the football. Turns the corner and is run out of bounds close to the first down marker. Right about the 42-yard line. And he needed 9. He got about 8 to the 42. So Holland picks up 8 on the play. Nice scramble by Cody. That's one thing he does, show quick feet and pretty good quickness if he gets around that corner. And that was a nice pickup. So it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we'll call it 1 for Dickinson State at the South Dakota Mines 42-yard line. Didn't he run out of bounds?
That's what I thought, but...
Boy, how come the clock has not? That is the weirdest call I've ever seen.
Well, the official wound it up and started the clock.
Okay, well, that brings an end to the third quarter, so we've gone through 3 calls. He ran out of bounds. That should stop the clock, but they say nope, so that brings an end to our third quarter of play. South Dakota Mines 14, Dickinson State 9. We'll come back 3rd and 1 for the Hawks at the Mines 42-yard line.
Service Printers features only the highest quality, the prime in printing. Service Printers specializes in full-color printing, business and carbonless forms, envelopes, and all your printing needs. Make that important first impression and continue to make lasting impressions for your business, club, and family with the prime in printing. From Service Printers, 1315 West Ballard in Dickinson.
There's no reason to kick it because that only make it 16 and a field goal beats you or puts you behind.
Southwest Grain is committed to our youth. They are actively involved in 4-H programs. They give out 8 $1,000 scholarships to qualifying students pursuing careers in an agriculture-related field. Southwest Grain sponsors safety programs for kids, supports and promotes Boy Scouts, high school and college rodeo, and many other youth functions. Southwest Grain, working hard to grow value today and into our future. With a commitment to our youth, that's something Southwest Grain believes in every day.
Well, as we come back, Cody Holland rolls out looking downfield that time for Clint Gross. Gross was covered up. It looked like Holland got near the 40-yard line to 39-yard line, they say. So that is enough for a first down as he picks up 2 in Dickinson State. On 3rd and 1, Holland goes for 2, and that gives the Hawks their 12th first down of the football game and keeps the drive alive for Dickinson State. Dickinson State leads and our trails in this one 14-9 through 3 quarters. The Hawks 101 rushing, Mines 62 passing, 205 Mines, 130 for Dickinson State. Holland underneath center. Long count by Cody. They go straight ahead to Hepperly, and Hepperly dives inside the 35 down to about the 31-yard line, and that'll be a pickup of about 8 for Hepperly on the play. So Hepperly will pick up 8, and it'll bring up a 2nd down situation and 2 for Dickinson State at the Mines 30-yard line. 14-9 our score, just underway, just under the 15-minute mark remaining to play here in this ball game. Mines leads it 14-9. They led 14-3 at halftime. Gross comes out wide near side. Berg wide to the far side. Pauly stays in tight. He's had some big games. He's had a quiet afternoon. Hasn't caught a pass yet in the ball game. They're going to go right back to Macy. Macy's going to break off for first down yardage and more as he powers inside the 25. Hard running by James Macy. He gets down to the 23-yard line. A pickup of 7 for Macy, and that'll be a first down for Dickinson State. Macy now 19 carries for 80 yards in this football game.
Macy did a good job of hanging on to the football as the defender that came up. hit him, and he put his hands on the football, and Macy able to keep both hands on the football and unable to get it stripped as Eric Yeesh, the safety, came up and tried to grab the football out of Macy's hands, but he got the first down and the nice first down run.
Berg near side, Pearson wide side, Lambert back in at fullback. Macy stays set at tailback. That's where they go to Macy. He dives straight ahead to about the 21-yard line, pickup of about 2 more for James Macy. So Macy will have his 20th carry go for 2, and Dickinson State looking at 2nd down and 8 at the Mines 20-yard line. So 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Hawks. 11th play of this drive upcoming for the Hawks. This has been, well, their best 2 drives have been the one they had the pass tipped and intercepted on, and then, of course, this drive here in this ball game. Gross and Berg, your wideouts. Gross comes near side. 13 minutes left to go in the football game. 14-9, South Dakota Mines in the lead over Dickinson State. Gross goes in motion to the far side. Holland rolls that way from the backside. They swing it out to Pauly, tight end screen. Pauly's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown, the tight end screen. They get it set up. No flags down, and it goes for 20 yards to tight end. Well, like I said, we hadn't heard much from Derek Pauly. They got it to him that time, and he runs it in on the tight end screen from 20 yards out.
Well, it helps when you've got a 6'5" kid at tight end that's got some good quickness. And now the Blue Hawks have their 2-point conversion attempt up and coming, coming in with the double tight as Pauly stays in the ball game. Steiner will come in at that second tight end position. The Blue Hawks trying to extend this to a 3-point lead. They lead 15-14 with 12:41 remaining in the ball game.
Dickinson State will go for 2. Holland up there. I'd try that play again. It worked pretty good, but Holland's going to drop straight back. Look across the middle. Now he's going to be hit, and he's going to go down. He was trying to get it over to Clint Gross, but got covered up, and in there sacking him, number 89, Andrew Ishorn. So the 2-point conversion is not good. Dickinson State has their second lead of the ball game. They led 3-0. Now they lead 15-14 with 12:35 remaining, or 12:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. Back in 30 seconds with the Hawks kickoff.
With the Honda Big Red from Honda West, you get a workhorse side-by-side utility vehicle and at a get-it-straight deal. 3.9 fixed APR financing to qualified buyers locked in for the life of the loan. Not all buyers qualify, plus $800 in bonus bucks on select new and unregistered models. Remember, for your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet and eye protection, always wear your seatbelt, and keep the side nets and doors closed. Big Red is for drivers 16 years and older. That's 3.9 fixed APR financing and $800 in bonus bucks to qualified buyers. Find out complete details at Honda West on West Ballard Dickinson. Offer ends December 31st.
Well, Dickinson State, after the touchdown and the 2-point conversion was no good, will now kick off. They lead at 15-14 with 12:36 left in the ballgame. Zamora has it teed up. He'll kick off as the Blue Hawks have their second lead at 15-14. Zamura's kick, a low-line driver. That'll bounce down at about the 20. Picked up at the 15 by Davis. Davis breaks out to the left side of the 20, out across the 30 to about the 33, 34-yard line. So that's where South Dakota Mines will take over after the kickoff. And again, Dickinson State, their first lead of the second half at 15-14 with 12:35 left in the ball game's fourth quarter.
You did a great job, Jim. Maybe I should just let you do it. I'll just sit back and watch the rest of the game. Thanks for doing that. Anyway, Jimmy filling in for a minute. Football will be put down. South Dakota Mines will take over at their own 33-yard line. We'll recap that drive for Dickinson State, and a pretty one it was. They go to Dale, and he's hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard at the 31-yard line. So a loss of a yard for Jamie Dale. That play, Jimmy, 11 plays, 94 yards for the Hawks, and Pauly on the tight end screen from 20 yards out. 2-point conversion not good. 15-14. Dickinson State in the lead.
And that's what you call a good old-fashioned Hawk drive, as they were able to move it both on the ground and through the air. And a good combination that time. They got the pass interference call that helped out a little bit as well, but the nice tight end screen got him the touchdown.
Russell back to pass, looking, scrambling. Now he's just going to throw it in the ground. He had a lot of pressure that time. Big number 96, Heath Hafner in there chasing him down. And the pass goes incomplete, and it will bring up a, well, let's call it a second or third down situation again. 3rd down and 12 for South Dakota Mines. So the defense being called on for a big play here with, oh, no flag, okay. 12 minutes remaining to play in this football game. Hawks leading again, 15-14.
Well, the Blue Hawks read that play extremely well. They had the pressure on the quarterback, Russell, that time, but also read that they had the running back out in the left flats and had someone out there covering him, and Russell just threw it away.
Third down and 12 for the Hard Rockers back at the 31. Russell out of the shotgun. He's getting some pressure. He breaks away from it. He's across the line of scrimmage when he throws it, and the pass is going to be caught. I thought he was across the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be caught downfield. Ostheimer comes up with the catch, and that will be a big pickup. Well, I thought he was across the 31-yard line, but they say nope. And Ostheimer hauls it in, so it goes from the 31 downfield all the way down to what? About the 20-yard line of Dickinson?
21 is what they've got on the board.
So let's go. That's about a 50-yard pass, 51-yard pass. First down for Mines as Mines puts the pressure on the Blue Hawks defense again. 3rd and 12, and they hit a big one. Back to pass Russell. The ball's going to be caught inside the 10 down at the 7-yard line. Coming up the reception there is Davis. So that goes for a pickup of 9 on the reception. So Russell getting that offense going again. He has thrown now 30 times, and has connected on 19 of 30 for a total now in this football game of 267 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Again, right side, not much doing that time, and stacked up after a first down and goal situation at the 7-yard line. That was the 14th first down. Both teams 14 first downs with 11 minutes remaining to play. So no gain on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and goal from about the 7-8-yard line. They're way down at the other end again, and we're way down at the north end. They're at the south end. So let's look at the scoreboard. They say the 8-yard line, so no gain on that play. So it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Marshall's in the Wildcat.
2nd down goal. Marshall in the Wildcat again is going to turn the right side. He's going to be hit by Hafner on the top. And, well, let's see what did they do. The ball came loose, and they pick it up at the play, blown dead. Harold Hafner in on the tackle that time for Dickinson State. So let's see where they spot the ball at about the 6-yard line. We'll give Marshall a pickup of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal for South Dakota Mines. 10 minutes left to go, 15-14. Dickinson State in the lead, but Mines now knocking on the door a little bit down at the Dickinson State. Yeah, let's call it 6-yard line. Now Russell back in. He will work out of the shotgun formation. Drops back, looking in the end zone, throws it in the end zone, and the receiver comes up with a touchdown for number 2, I believe, on the reception. Yes, it is, and that's going to be a touchdown for Ostheimer as he comes up with the catch, and that goes for 6 yards. So Ostheimer with the 6-yard touchdown pass from Russell puts Mines back out in front. 9:39 to go, 20-15. Now let's see if Mines goes for 2 here. You might, well, I guess not. Maybe you kick it, I guess, and wait and see. But let's look and see what they do, trying to get that lead back up to 7. It's at 5 right now. So nice drive by Mines. They hit that big 3rd down and 12 play. And they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll take a 30-second break. 9:40 left to go in the ball game. South Dakota Mines grabs the lead back over Dickinson State, 20-15. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KDIX. Well, back with you. We're going to watch the clock again and see if they run it on the extra points. They've done that twice in the second half. Actually, they ran it on an out-of-bounds play, too, and burned off the end of the third quarter. They've taken about 30 seconds out, shortened this game up by about 30 seconds. So maybe it's a rule. I don't know something about, I guess. Maybe it does run on extra points. Wouldn't be the first time I haven't known something. It won't be the last time. Again, out of the shotgun, going for 2. Russell out in the flat, gets it off to Barth. Did he get in? Nope, he did not. So Barth did not get into the end zone.
And they did run the clock.
Okay, so apparently it must run on extra points. I have no, maybe if you go for 2 it runs. Maybe it does. I don't know. I'm assuming they know what they're doing. We don't. So the clock runs. 9:32 left to go. It is a lead again for South Dakota Mines. They jump back in the lead. Don't go away. 20-15. South Dakota Mines in the lead. We're back with the Blue Hawks kickoff, or the Hard Rockers kickoff to the Blue Hawks in 30.
The Farmers Union Oil Companies of Southard and Belfield are happy to be sponsors of all the play-by-play broadcasts right here on KDIX. Terry and the staff are boosters of the Heart River Cougars and wish all Southard and Belfield students the best in academics and sports. Remember, when you need gasoline, diesel, propane, farm oil, and farm ag products, rely on the folks at the Farmers Union Oil Companies of Southard and Belfield. a KDIX Sports Club member.
Well, thank you much. As we come back, South Dakota Mines again takes the football. They go a total of 7 plays, 67 yards. A big play, the Ostheimer 51-yard reception on 3rd down and 13. He hauled it in, and then, of course, Mines got it to Ostheimer again in the end zone, went for 2, didn't get it, so they lead by 5. 9:35 left to play in the football game, 20-15. Here's the kickoff. High end over end kick. Back to receive the kickoff is Darian Williams. He brings it up the middle, breaks to the outside, cuts out to the near side. He could go. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. A 90-yard return by Darian Williams. No flags down on the play, and the Blue Hawks, just like that, grab the lead back as Darian Williams brings the kickoff back 90 yards on the TD return, and Dickinson State leads it 21-20 with the PAT attempt up and coming, and I'm assuming the Hawks will go for 2 here.
Boy, what a great return. You look at the replay on the scoreboard, keep it right up the middle, broke a couple of tackles, and once he got through the bunch, he had nothing but green in front of him, and a big play for the Blue Hawks. Now they've had an offensive touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and a special teams touchdown, and now they're going for a 2-point conversion to try and get this up to a 3-point lead, leading 21-20 with 9:22 remaining.
Took him 12 seconds to go 90 yards in a football uniform. That's pretty good. Pauly flanks out wide near side. Wide far side is Berg. Holland looking for the jump ball with Pauly. Pauly goes up. He's got it. Good job by Pauly, and he hauls it in, so the 2-point conversion is good. And Dickinson State leads it by 3. It's Dickinson State 23, South Dakota Mines 20. We'll be back with the Blue Hawks kickoff to the Hard Rockers in 60 seconds.
Whether you're buying or selling, be sure to contact Everett Real Estate. For over 100 years, they've been helping buyers and sellers with priceless experience. And that's the kind of experience you can really count on. Everett Real Estate at 225-8183 or visit their office at 669 12th Street West in North Dickinson. And remember, for over 100 years, you can count on Everett Real Estate, the only real estate stop you'll need.
KDIX. Dickinson Ready Mix has been serving Dickinson and the surrounding area for more than 59 years, and that's why you can count on them for all your farm, commercial, or residential ready mix needs. And that goes as well for your concrete block, your brick, and a complete line of landscaping products too, with locations in Beach and Killdeer to serve you even better. That's Dickinson Ready Mix on South State Avenue. Phone 483-9175.
High kickoff by Zamora. It's going to carry back inside the 5, back to the 4-yard line. Taken there by Raganow. He's across the 15. He's across the 20 to the 27-yard line. Brought down there. 23-yard return. Again, the Hawks strike quickly after the South Dakota Mines touchdown. A Darian Williams kickoff return of 90 yards. 2-point conversion pass to Pauly is good. And Dickinson State leads at 23-20 over South Dakota Mines, matching their biggest lead of this football game. They've led 3-0, trailed 14-3, led 15-14, trailed 20-15, and now lead 23-20. Russell will go to work out of the shotgun at his own 27-yard line. Swings it out on the flat to Dale. Dale trying to break a tackle. Bodie Tobin, excellent play over there on the far sideline. Just wrangled him down to the ground. And Tobin getting up a little bit slow. Let's see if he's going to be okay. You don't want to lose him, but he's down. Looks like he kind of twisted around. It'll be a pickup of 2 yards on the pass play for Dale. So to bring up a 2-yard pickup. Tobin slow in getting up over there. In fact, I don't think he's gotten up yet as Dale hauls it in for 2 yards. 21 of 33. Boy, Russell's had a nice day throwing the football. 277 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception.
And he's had 2 or 3, I believe, about 3 long pass plays.
Yeah, 50-plus plays.
Yeah, he had that one early on that set him up for the first touchdown. And they've done a nice job of getting downfield and getting open and making some nice passes as Russell is Tobin still down on the field across the way.
And Ostheimer's been the recipient of that. He's had a big day catching the football for South Dakota Mines. But Tobin, as we mentioned, down across the way. Again, we got a little break in the action. Mikey, could you have any finals in the DAC that you could pass along to us? You probably got a little breaker as they work on Bodie Tobin across the way. Mike's probably doing some work back to the station. I hate to make him sprint from one end to the other. Tobin is up. Appears to be okay. He's going to come off. Let's see if he comes off under his own power.
I think maybe he is limping a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he maybe tweaked an ankle maybe, or And I guess, you just had Mikey. You can relax. We'll just keep it right here.
Well, no, I'm here now.
Okay, go ahead.
Minot and Black Hills was final of 28-9. Minot wins that one, and Valley City beats Dakota State 31-7. And Jamestown over Mayville 55-21. And Sioux Falls beats UND 28-13.
28-13. Sioux Falls, NAI over NCAA Subdivision 1. UND, I bet they're a little stunned in Grand Forks this afternoon with that knockoff by Sioux Falls.
Well, they'll just have to hold on and wait until the hockey game tonight, and maybe the Sioux hockey team could beat Minnesota again.
2nd and 8. Russell fakes it. He drops back to pass. He's got some pressure. He's going to be hit. Luke Steiner over there, along with a host of Hawks. Let's get that other number. Seth Forrester. So Steiner and Forrester come up. Another United Financial Home Loan sack. United Financial Home Loan Sacks of North Dakota and Montana has just made another donation to the Blue Hawk Athletic Scholarship Fund. For your next home loan or debt consolidation loan, call United Financial Home Loans today, 456-LOAN. Thanks, Jay and Todd Wadler, 456-5626, for your continued support of Blue Hawk Athletics. All right, they spotted back at the 22-yard line, so that will be a loss of 7 for Russell. And it'll bring up 3rd down and long. Big 3rd down play now, 3rd and 17, or make it 3rd and 15 for South Dakota Mines back at their own 22-yard line.
Davis now in the shotgun.
He'll work out of that. There's the snap to him. He's going to tuck it in. Trying to run the draw, and he's dropped. They didn't fool anybody. Big number 53 right there for Dickinson State. Jamie Walker out of Ekalaka, Montana, makes the big play, and it's another loss all the way back to the 17-yard line. So the Hawks pinning it back and getting after it. And Davis will lose yardage of 6 on the play. So Hard Rockers on that series go backwards, and Dickinson gets back. They've got Darian Williams back at about the 40-yard line. They're going to put him back. He hasn't returned the punt all day, but Leake's been doing it. But they got Washington and Williams back there. Williams has a 90-yard kickoff return, a low snap. There's the punt. It's a high end over end punt. Nice punt. Williams is going to field it at the 40, breaks up the middle, cuts back to the outside, and goes down at the 40, trying to make that cut at the 45-yard line. So a 5-yard return. So Dickinson State will take over 1st and 10, and they'll do so at their own 45-yard line. But good field position with the Hawks in the lead of 23-20 with 7:14 remaining to play in this football game.
Well, and Dickinson State needs to get a few first downs here to take some time off the clock, first and foremost. But they'd like to get some more points on the board, especially get a touchdown, because if you can push this up to a 2-score lead in the final 7 minutes, that'll make things really tough on the Hard Rockers.
Holland underneath center. Gross comes out wide near side. They go right up the middle. Macy's got a nice hole. And it looks right now like South Dakota Mines defense may be getting a little tired. And the Blue Hawks, despite the fact it's been a makeshift offensive line, they have done a nice job here in the second half, Jim.
Well, that makeshift offensive line, they're just getting used to playing with each other because it seems like every week it's something else. Somebody gets healthy, somebody gets hurt, somebody gets sick, somebody gets healthy, and they've been playing with different people, and so the chemistry kind of gels as the game goes along, and the longer the game goes along, the more those big guys up front get used to playing with each other. And like you mentioned, they get a little bit more confident, a little bit weary on the defensive side. The offensive line can get a little bit more of a push.
2nd down and 2. They go right back up the middle, and on the carry, fighting close to first down yardage. Let's see where they spot it. They spot it at the 44-yard line. Is that Macy again? Yes, it is. Should be enough for a first down, but let's wait and see where the spot is. It is a 3-yard pickup for Macy. Macy, 22 carries now for 93 yards for the Hawks. Their 15th first down of the football game at the Mines 43-yard line. 6:20 left to play in this ball game. Boy, it's been a war. We had one last week in Black Hills. That was more of a defensive war. This one has been, well, a war where the passing game's been big for both teams. And Dickinson's defense, a big play, and the special teams, a big play this afternoon. All three have combined to score for Dickinson State. Looks like the blitz is coming. They're going to run it to Macy, and he's tripped up. Boy, they were trying to pop that one, I think, with Macy because South Dakota Mines had everybody coming, and if you pop it and get Macy into the secondary, he's gone, but he got tripped up after a pickup of a yard on the play, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for Dickinson State.
Well, Dickinson State has already taken 2 minutes off the clock from the time they took over after the punt, now down to 5:40 and counting with the 3-point lead, and the Blue Hawks are in no hurry. They want to take as much time off the clock here, and the best case scenario would be to get points or run the clock out.
5:25 left to go. Holland underneath center, 2nd and 9 at the Mines 43-yard line. 23-20, Dickinson State in the lead. Going to have a timeout here. The play clock winding down. Blue Hawks take a timeout. Mike will give you a chance to get gathered. Let's take a 1-minute break on KDIX. 23-20. Hawks lead. 5:19 left to go. Back in 60. Let's make it back in 30. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll take a 30-second break here on KDIX and be back in a half minute with the...
Who makes life easier for you? For Blaine Decker of Martin's Welding and Refrigeration, it's Pam, his personal banker at American Bank Center, who helped him with his loan and found the right banking account to meet his personal and business needs. And Nancy, the personal banking assistant, who helps service his banking account. A bank that makes life easier makes Blaine happy, so he can keep his customers happy. So, who makes life easier for you? American Bank Center. Make life easier.
Thank you much, Mike. Again, those finals earlier, it was a big win for Jamestown, 55-21 over Mayville. Valley City over Dakota State. I can't remember exactly, but he said the final score. I think 31-7 was the final score there. And Minot over Black Hills, 28-9. Sioux Falls over UND, 28-13 this afternoon. Leak into the ball game with Berg. Holland underneath center. They're going to put Berg in motion on 2nd and 9. Long count. Quick pitch. They get it to Macy. Turns the corner. Breaks the tackle. Dives across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. Pick up on the play of about 8 for Macy. Let's make it 7. Macy over 100 yards now, unofficially 24 carries, 101 yards rushing in this football game. So bring up a 3rd down and about a yard to go for Dickinson State. I'm thinking, Jim, almost in this situation with the clock down to 4:45, you lead by 3. You might take 2 downs and go for it here because a field goal attempt here would be up along, and a punt, if you punt it into the end zone, wouldn't give you a lot of room. We'll wait and see. That's set to come. Holland underneath center. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out. He's looking. He's rolling. He's got some room. He's going to run with it. He's at the 30. Cuts inside at the 25. Down to the 23. Big run by Cody Holland. He'll pick up 11 yards on the play, but more importantly, pick up another first down, 16th of the ball game, and give Dickinson State another fresh set of downs. 156 yards rushing for the Hawks now this afternoon, but a big run by Cody Holland and a good read.
And they went with the bootleg, and they had a couple of receivers coming down the near side. The tight end came out this way, did one tight end, and then the other tight end stayed into block. And Lambert just got a nice kick-in block to get him some room and get him some free space. And Holland, a nice run for the first down, and clock ticking at 4:10 remaining in the ball game.
23-20. Holland straight ahead. Macy on the carry, breaks the tackle, fights his way inside the 15. He's going to be close to first down yardage. Boy, Macy really running hard, and give that offensive line some credit too. They opened a nice hole, a 10-yard pickup for Macy. 25 carries now, a first down for Dickinson State. 111 yards rushing, and that's another first down for the Blue Hawks. 17 first downs. So the Hawks offense didn't do much in the first half, but Jimmy, they have been impressive here running and throwing the football in the second half.
Well, they've been able to mix it up a little bit, and when you've got the offensive line playing as well as they have played here on this, specifically in this drive, you get the opportunity to make some plays both in the passing game and in the running game. They haven't had to pass it much on this drive.
First down, straight ahead. Nope, Macy tries to cut to the outside, dives from the 12-yard line down to about the 10-yard line. Remember, Mines 2 timeouts left. The Blue Hawks 2 timeouts left. 2 yards on that carry for Macy, his 26th of the football game.
Well, if Dickinson State doesn't pick up a first down on this play, you might see Mines take their timeouts and try and preserve some time on the clock, because by the time the ball is snapped, it'll be under 3 minutes remaining, in Dickinson State with the football right at the 10-yard line, just 2nd down and 8.
Holland's got the play from the sideline, and of course they're working that play clock also. That's down to 10 seconds. Lambert slots off to the near side behind Pauly. Far side, Berg and Leak are your wideouts. Hepperly now the lone running back. Macy getting a breather. And Holland just gets the snap off, fakes it. He's going to turn. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run inside the 10. He is down to about the 9-yard line. He'll pick up a yard on the play, Holland. So Holland will pick up 1 yard on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down, and let's call it 3rd. They got to get to the 3 at the 9. 3rd and 6 for Dickinson State. This is the 9th play of this drive for Dickinson State. 2.5 minutes remaining to play in this football game. Dickinson State 23, South Dakota Mines 20.
Well, this might be a situation where you look to Derek Pauly either on the screen or try and go with the jump ball in the end zone, as Pauly's had that nice screen play that got the touchdown, and then they had that jump ball and the two-point conversion, and now Pauly comes out wide.
The doubles far side. Nope, they go right up the middle. Lambert out of carry, breaks it, touchdown. Reed Lambert picks up the touchdown. They went straight up the middle, and Reed Lambert, the junior, another guy out of Ekalaka, Montana, scores on the 9-yard touchdown run, and that may seal the ball game. So Lambert takes it in from 9 yards out, and the PAT attempt upcoming. Another nice drive, 9 plays, 55 yards for Dickinson State, and the Blue Hawks stretch the lead to 29-20, and the PAT attempt upcoming.
And that time when Pauly split out wide, that probably took some of the attention away from the middle of the field and got that room for Lambert, and he broke through and had nothing but green ahead of him.
And Zamora misses the PAT. The kick is not good, but the Hawks still have a 2-score lead, 29-20. Dickinson State over South Dakota Mines, 2:05 left to play. We'll take a break on Kickoff and be back with the Hawks kickoff in 1 minute.
Are you looking to design your home office? Then stop by at SBM and have one of our friendly staff help you. Stop by and check out our line of home office,
Yeah, but he's been pretty good on the
and computer workstations. While you're at it, why not check out our huge selection of chairs with prices starting at just $89. Our chairs have some of the best warranties available. Warranties you won't find in chairs you buy at the superstores. And as always, we have a large selection of office supplies to fill all your needs. SBM, locally owned and operated for over 30 years, downtown in East Dickinson.
Parkway Ford Lincoln Mercury, the area's most complete dealership in East Dickinson, is proud to bring you sports coverage on KDIX Radio. A Blue Oval certified dealer, Parkway Ford features the best in service and sales with over 200 new and used vans, cars, trucks, and SUVs on the lot daily. A full-service body shop, genuine Ford parts, and a full-service department, budget rent-a-car, and easy-to-arrange financing. So be a good sport. Stop where promises made are promises kept. Parkway Ford Lincoln Mercury, East Dickinson.
Well, Jamie Dale on the return from the 10-yard line brings it out across the 30 to about the 34, about a 30-yard return. 33 they'll spot it. That drive for Dickinson State, all on the ground, 9 plays, 55 yards, and the young man out of Ekalaka, Montana, Reed Lambert, hits the pay dirt from 9 yards out, makes it 29-20. The kick wide left, and that's the way it stays for the Blue Hawks with a minute 55 left to go. Lead by 2 scores now, 29-20. And Mines takes over at their own 33-yard line. Russell back to pass. He's got some time. And, my friends, we have another United Financial Home Loan sack, our 4th of the ball game. United Financial Home Loans of North Dakota and Montana has just made another donation to the Dickinson State Blue Hawk Athletic Scholarship Fund. For your next home loan or debt consolidation loan, call United Financial Home Loans 456-LOAN. Thanks, Jay and Todd, for support of DSU, 456-5626. Jim?
And Seth Forrester was in on the tackle. He also had some help, and also coming in on the tackle was Gerald Hafner.
Russell on the sideline gets the pass out. It's going to be complete. Hauled in by Belstein over there, and he's going to, or no, Ostheimer's going to haul it in at the 30-yard line. That was a loss of 14 on the play for South Dakota Mines. Now the pass play will pick up 10 and pick up of 12, and it'll bring up a second or third down situation, 3rd and 12 now for South Dakota Mines back at their own 31-yard line. Russell out of the shotgun, looking, against some pressure, throws it downfield. Back on the coverage is Russell, and it's going to be overthrown. The intended receiver that time was Jamie Dale out of the backfield, and it goes out of the slot, actually goes incomplete. Brings up 4th down, and I'm sure Mines will go for it here, down 29-20.
And the Blue Hawks have gone with the nickel packages. Jacob Earhart in as the 5th defensive back. They've been able to get good coverage downfield, got the sack, the short play on 2nd down, the incompletion on 3rd down, and Mines takes their 2nd timeout, trailing by 9 with a minute 10 left in the 4th quarter.
So timeout, South Dakota Mines will do the same. We'll make it a 30-second break. Just 70 seconds left in this one. The Blue Hawks have had to earn it again on the field today, much like last week. A very competitive DAC top half of this conference, and Dickinson State in command now, 29-20, with 70 seconds left to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Bob Tretline from ND Pharmacy. When you're looking for a pharmacist you can depend on, you can count on our promise to provide you with quality, professional, confidential, and friendly service you deserve, and we'll continue serving you better with our computerized robotic dispensing system that counts and dispenses the proper medication. At ND Pharmacy, we also offer screenings for bone density, blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose. Stop in and see us. ND Pharmacy, located in Dan's Supermarket North, We'll be your family pharmacy.
Well, back with you. South Dakota Mines ready to go to work. Defensive unit comes back on for Dickinson State. The Hawks lead at 29-20. Remember, they trailed 14-3 at halftime. Got the lead to 15-14. Fell behind 20-15, and now have run off 14 points in this ball game to lead 29-20, and all but secure the victory in a hard-fought game at the Badlands Activity Center. Russell, 4th and 12 on the pass, goes downfield, overthrows his intended receiver that time, number 9, Marshall Davis. And that will bring an end to this ball game. The Hawks will take the snap, and the Hawks will shake hands and tell South Dakota Mines, talk about a team that is this close, Jim, to being. They had a tie with Minot State last week and gave them all they wanted, ended up losing 31-21. Had the Hawks in the corner on the ropes, knocked them down a couple of times. The Hawks got back up and bounced back from a 14-3 halftime deficit and a 20-15 fourth quarter deficit to come away with 14 unanswered points, and will win it 29-20 this afternoon. But not before South Dakota Mines turned them a lot of different ways, but the Hawks prevailed, and a good veteran team will do that. And the Hawks proved today offensively they could do some damage after last week shutting down Black Hills State completely. So Dickinson State will remain unbeaten in the conference at 5, and they'll go to 5-2, stretch that conference winning streak now to 13 games over the last 3 years, and come away with the victory. Mines will go to 2-3 and 3-3 on the season against Dickinson State. But what a battle it was here this afternoon as the clock winding down. I don't think Dickinson State in any hurry right now. They may have to snap it a couple more times, but just taking the knee and going down in the football game has been quarterback Cody Holland. He looks back at the play clock, looks ahead at it. It's down to 5 seconds. He'll let it run down, take one more knee, and that should pretty much do it. I don't know if the Hawks will have to do it again or not. So Dickinson State will come away with the victory this afternoon in this contest over South Dakota Mines. Your final in a hard-fought, hard-hitting ball game this afternoon. Dickinson State prevails, but not before getting a big scare thrown at them. The Blue Hawks win it today by a final score of 29-20 over the Hard Rockers of South Dakota Mine to remain unbeaten in the conference. Our post-game festivities and activities up and coming here on KDIX. We've got a 2-minute timeout coming from Armies West, Jerome's Distributing, Maverick Saloon, and United Financial Home Loans, and we'll be back with our post-out 2 minutes.